Welcome to the Bad Movie Night podcast, covering the worst movies you've never seen. We hope you enjoy listening to Bad Movie Night podcast.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Bad Movie Night Podcast. My name is Chris and Spiv is here. We did a Christmas miracle, has come early, and he's blowing out our eardrums with his loud audio. That's okay, guys. We are excited to have him.
Yes.
We are back, Chris? Guys. I am in the car on location.
Yes, Chris is in the car.
But first, let me introduce the movie tonight, which is, of course, the 1991 doll movie. That is, of course, Dolly Dearest.
Play with this, bitch.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
little baby Kevin Bacon.
We're back.
Baby Kevin that does look kind of like Kevin Bacon.
That's all I thought the whole time.
I could see that. All right. Aaron, I think, will be on. He's still watching the movie because Aaron decides to watch the movie while we're doing the show for some reason instead of any time before that.
You know.
There's only like a week to do it.
Yeah, we don't have that much notice.
No.
So that's okay. We're pushing forward. I didn't check volumes with Spiv, so if somebody wants to check that, it sounds good.
Yeah, I think
we
you're okay.
can't tell. But Spiv, thank you for joining us tonight. We honestly thought you weren't going to come.
What? Why would I miss it?
AJ said you weren't coming. I said I have faith in Spiv.
I highly doubt that.
So I am here.
Play back the tape.
Wow.
Oh my God! It really is a Christmas miracle.
Christmas
What is happening?
Gosh.
What is happening?
Oh my God.
I'm in the car. Lindsay's here. Spiv's here. Aaron's still watching the movie. Oh my God!
Taylor's in the chat. What is going on?
Taylor's back.
Yeah, Taylor's in the chat. What?
Yeah.
This is like 2022 all over again, guys.
Dang, I don't know what's going on.
Trump wins and we're all back. That's what it is.
The unity we needed.
Right?
So I have a hard out at 8:30 because I have to go inside the building and pick up my daughter from her
Oh, you're not
acting
driving.
class.
That's very good.
Oh, I am going very fast right now. But I am, you know what? I am driving this podcast right now, Spiff. So there is that to it. Guys, we're back talking about Dolly Dearest, which was quite a movie. AJ, would you perhaps tell me what Dolly Dearest is about?
An American businessman takes ownership of a doll manufacturing company in Mexico. Strange things start happening to his family.
My family!
An evil doll comes to life. Will they figure out how to defeat the ancient evil curse of the satanic tribe?
Blow up.
Find out in the 1991 new classic that is Dolly Dearest.
Can we call it a new classic if it's 23 years old?
Yeah.
33, sorry.
Yeah,
I was gonna say it's a little bit than that.
What's
Vintage
Tasha
classic.
Yar's name in real life?
Denise Crosby.
Radar, because Denise Crosby was worse than this than she was in Star Trek. Which, by the way,
She didn't get killed by a goo monster.
Oh.
which is cool, honestly. Anyways, we'll unpack that later as we get into Denise Crosby in a critical sense, not in a physical sense. Just clearing that up for the viewers.
Sounds like that.
Does that have to do with your hard out?
I don't know what you mean, Spiv. All right, Dolly Dearest. There is no history hole. Well, we can do one.
Yeah, just because Aaron's a no-show doesn't mean we can't do one.
AJ, you want to do one? Pull up the IMDb and give us a rundown of this movie.
All right, let's do
here
it.
We go.
All right, folks, let's talk about the classic Dolly Dearest from 1991. Clearly a rip-off off the back end of Chucky, right?
Yeah.
So we have director, I think first-time director at this point, Maria Leese, helming this film. So that's pretty cool. It's directed by a woman. She also co-wrote the script with Rod Nave and Peter Sutcliffe. And Maria is most known, unfortunately, just for Dolly Dearest. She's also known for Better Off Dead, being a script supervisor. And she's also worked on another movie called Little Girls Blue.
Okay.
She has previously worked on TV stuff in the early 2000s, such as Medium, Boston Legal, The Practice, The Guardian, and Lawnmower Man 2.
Oh, shit.
Oh, there you
Pretty
go.
cool. She was
Monster
also
career.
script supervisor on Starman. So there you go. Let me double check this. This was her first full-length feature, I believed. She also directed some episodes of Silk Stockings in 1992.
Oh, I remember
Silk
commercials for
Stockings.
that show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was on like USA, right?
Yeah. This
Yeah,
was
I never watched
also nominated at the Academy of Science Fiction and Fantasy Horror Films for Best Horror Film of 1992. It was
Really?
also nominated for Best Young
A slow
Actor.
year, I guess.
The Best Young Actor with Chris Demetriou, the young man. He was nominated as well. Pretty cool. So it was
I thought the
nominated
kids
for
were
some
good in
awards.
this movie.
Well, they weren't
Yeah.
bad.
They weren't super annoying.
They
The
were
girl
okay
was-
for kids.
All right.
And of course, we have an interesting cast. We have Rip Torn, which was
Yeah.
probably the top.
Was anybody else
Mexican
completely
Rip Torn.
surprised
We'll
to
get
see
there.
him there?
We'll
Yeah.
get to
Yeah.
whether he
What
was
is he doing
Mexican
in
or not. I'm not
this
sure what he
Yeah.
was going for in that.
We also
He's vaguely
had
South American.
Denise Crosby, which we were talking about earlier from Star Trek fame.
Mm-hmm.
She's also known from Pet Cemetery, Miracle Mile, and Deep Impact. Deep Impact. Most recently, she's been on General Hospital.
What the frick is happening with Aaron?
It says she was also in one of the new
He's
creep
Dolly
shows.
Dearest.
One of the new creep shows,
This is why he's late.
which I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Did you see that one, Chris?
What age? I can't tell what this is. Hold on, Aaron. What is this?
He's Dolly
it's the
Dearest.
goo monster from Star Trek. Wearing
All right, I get it.
doll's
Sorry,
dress.
AJ. What did you ask me?
Yeah.
Oh, she was on one of the new creep shows. So I don't know if you
Oh,
recognize.
I watched all the new creep shows, so I
Yeah,
must have
she was
seen
in
her
one of them.
episode.
Tasha Yar? Or
Maurice
She's
Denise
like
Crosby?
60 something now. Right?
Denise Crosby. Yeah.
At
Yeah.
least.
Fun fact: she is the daughter of Bing Crosby. Did you guys know that?
Really? I
Oh,
did
wow.
not know that.
I
He
don't
was
know, I
not
made
a
it up.
nice dad.
I just made that up.
Oh.
It's entirely possible.
But it is.
I think it'd be her grandfather, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
We
well,
also have
She was also in Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
the co-star, the co-actor who played the father role was Sam Bottoms, who's most known for Apocalypse Now, The Outlaw Josie Wells,
that's a good movie.
Seabiscuit. He's been in a lot of pretty large movies.
Seabiscuit is
Seabiscuit.
like one of those movies that people know of but never watch.
Never- Never watched it.
Yeah, there were a
Toby
lot of
Maguire
horse
and a
movies around
horse.
that
That's
time.
all I know.
It's a
that-
good movie.
It is a good
Lindsay's
movie.
watched it. It is.
Yeah.
Apparently,
It's
it's, a
good. It's
girl
really
movie.
good.
I've watched it.
Okay,
too.
because seeing like
Yeah, I never
there's
saw
a horse and Toby Maguire, I'm like I'm out.
It's
Like,
not
none of
just
this-
a horse, okay?
Yeah, it is
Seabiscuit.
Seabiscuit.
It's
Seabiscuit.
Toby
The horse.
Maguire.
That is
He
the
likes-
dumbest name for a horse.
Is it like a biscuit made out of sand or
Yeah.
something?
What? Why is he a sea
No,
biscuit?
he's a champion.
It's a underdog champion, triple
Seabiscuit
crown
sounds
winner.
like a kid taking a crap in the ocean and it floats by you and it's like, look, it's a sea
Oh,
biscuit.
Bobby, it's a
This is pretty great
Seabiscuit.
too. He had a semi-recurring character on Murder, She Wrote as Sergeant Joe Rice. So there you go, in the 90s.
Hey, AJ, what's it like to in the history hole where people constantly interrupt you?
I'm doing great. It gives me time to find new things to cram ahead.
See? It works well.
Yeah, it works well.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
good.
and that's basically it. I didn't dive in. Actually, I'm curious about the special effects work, which I had not looked at, but I was curious about that because the special effects were
puppetry
pretty,
was
yeah,
very good.
was pretty good for what I assume is a lower budget film. Let me look this
Yeah,
up real
it
fast.
moved really well.
If anybody knew anything about puppetry, it would certainly be you, Scott.
I don't know what you do in your
corporate
spare
puppet?
time here, Andrew. Andrew.
Andrew, whoa.
Who's Andrew?
Oh wow!
What is this now, Aaron?
Is that Spiv? That's Dolly Dearest? What is that?
What?
Dude, this looks like someone of
Wow.
your personal fantasies, Aaron.
That's disturbing.
That's very disturbing. And
I just kept
I share
thinking-
my secrets with you at work, and this is
I'm
what
sorry.
kind of-
Wow.
I'm sorry.
You whisper the secrets through
The
the.
sweet nothings.
I mean, there's literally like 40 people in the art department for this puppet stuff, so
Wow.
they had a lot of people apparently. This is crazy. There's actually a guy who's just the specialty prop maker for the puppetry. This is really crazy. Someone
Brandon
sculpted
Wright?
Dolly's face.
Of course,
Yeah, there's a lot of
That
people.
thing was crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, this has a huge amount of special effects work here.
We'll show some of that. I did pull some
Yeah.
clips tonight and some stuff, so we'll dive into that stuff.
You pulled some clips in your car.
I actually did. I've been so efficient in working in my car here in the darkness. It's getting colder too by the minute, but that's okay. We're pressing forward. AJ, thank you.
Is it snowing over there?
Yeah, you're welcome.
It was briefly, but now it is not. So we're good. All right, you guys ready to move on and talk about Dolly Dearest?
Good a time as any.
Do it.
Patreon, $2 a month. Patreon. Patreon. Patreon, $2 a month. Patreon. Join
Patreon.
I'm glad
AJ,
people like it.
What did you think of Dolly Dearest?
I had a fun time with Dolly Dearest. No line. Like, this was really entertaining. And I was actually really surprised by the level of puppetry work that was done in this. It was a lot higher quality than I expected. It had a lot of, like, the classic things I really like in, like, my 90s horror movies. I had a great time watching this. I liked it.
Big fan. Okay. You wanted to watch this for a while.
I did. I knew Rip Torn was in it. I was like, why is Rip Torn in this thing? Watch this.
I left asking the same question at the end. Aaron, what did you think? Aaron, this should be very fresh. I don't even know if you got to see the credits by the time we started the podcast.
I had to end as soon as the credits rolled. So I've never been a huge fan of like the evil doll type thing. You know, like the Chucky movies really didn't do a whole lot for me. The first one's okay. It's kind of entertaining. But beyond that, it's just like, the doll thing doesn't do anything for me. I never watched like Annabelle or any of those other films.
They're not like moving dolls though.
Dolls type things.
Yeah.
Okay. So that genre, I guess maybe it's not that big of a genre of horror. Maybe because it's of like one set of movies, but was never really done anything for me. But this was done pretty well. Like, it was entertaining. I like that it starts out this archaeological type scenario that developed. I don't know. Rip Torn shows up. Something about Devil Child. I have no idea what's going on, but it was entertaining. Sansia.
Fancy, man.
We must bathe in the blood of children, or something, whatever the hell fuck he says. Most of the way through this movie, but it was entertaining as shit. The kids did great, like you guys said when I first got on. The acting was fine. The dad sounds like Judd Nelson, or maybe not Judd Nelson. I'm thinking of someone else, but his voice sounded so.
Judge Reinhold.
Judge Reinhold, thank you. I kept like picturing him as Judge Reinhold throughout the movie because his voice was so similar. But yeah, it was entertaining.
All right, Rebecca.
Yeah, I really liked it too. I wasn't sure. I wasn't a big Chucky fan. He always kind of creeped me out, but these I thought were funny instead of super creepy. I mean, they were creepy, but it kept my attention the whole time. I think because it had the different things that were happening, like we're in the house, we're in the dollhouse, we're in the factory, so it all kind of moved around and kept it moving, kept it interesting. And yeah, I thought the doll was creepy, but in a fun way.
Lindsay. Wait,
This movie was
can we just
horrible.
hold on?
What?
Before you,
Whoa.
wow! Before you blast me,
Shots
let's look at this.
fired.
We have
I disappeared for 3
setup.
for months.
Horrible. Have you seen the last 15 movies we watched?
Hold on.
No, I
No,
haven't.
she fucking hasn't. Lindsay, this is a hell of a setup you got going on now.
Right?
Wow.
Yeah, no, I've done some things.
Cool.
I've been sick for like a month, but no, I've got plans.
Does yours do this? Oh, no, mine doesn't with the count the keys in.
Turn the light off.
I can turn my lights off too.
She doesn't live in her car.
Oh, okay.
No, this was a horribly bad movie. I mean, there's lots of fun, crazy, bad movie stuff going on in it. The parents are just the dumbest people to ever exist. They're just super, super dumb.
Well, they bought a toy factory in Mexico.
Well, which I'll get into.
Without
yeah.
looking
Sight
at it at all.
We'll get there. We'll get
So
there.
American.
We'll get there, yeah. But yeah, it's fun, like when the doll is moving around and talking in that terrible voice. But this is a really bad ripoff, but it is a fun one.
Do you like Chucky?
Yeah, I love Child's
Child's Play?
Play.
Oh, you do? All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right. It's Captain Spiv.
But do you live in a car? No. So
You'd like to donate $2 a month to help Chris move on.
Not wrong.
I liked this one. Yeah, it had all those kind of creepy beats that you want to get with the doll talking in a weird voice and the kid getting possessed and the parents being oblivious. Yeah, it was all there. I really enjoyed this one.
Big fan.
Big fan.
How big?
And the
of a
puppetry
role-
was like huge. Yeah.
How much did Tasha Yar influence this?
Not much. She wasn't really in it much, I thought.
No, she wasn't.
Kind of just
can't say I really like her.
character.
No,
I
she's
don't really
terrible.
like Denise
I really don't like
Crosby.
her.
She just rubs me the wrong way.
I just never liked her.
I'll say my least favorite part was the Foley artist.
Oh my
Oh
even
my
like the
gosh, it was
footsteps?
so loud.
Footsteps.
Clack, clack, clack.
You're walking through the grass. You're in the house
The
barefoot.
little girl had high heels on all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought they were wearing tap shoes.
So I choose to watch the movie on Sunday. I watched it on a Sunday, not
In your car.
12 minutes before the show started, Aaron. I choose to watch a little bit before we do the show, and I chose to watch it Sunday afternoon. You know, me and Steph watched it, no kids. So I got very high while I was watching this movie. And there was times where I felt like this was 30 minutes of somebody just walking around. And I think it was accentuated, one, by the footsteps.
Because you're
but two-
fucking high.
Well, yeah, because two, maybe because I was high, but three, there was a lot of sequences where they are just filling stuff with people
Yeah.
walking around. The one I'm thinking of also is the boy who goes
the
on quite a
graveyard?
journey, leaving his house, chased by Rottweilers, all this shit that never adds up
Dude,
to
that
anything.
dog comes
mean-
back
Yeah.
for
It
revenge.
but
He
but
smelled
for no
blood.
purpose.
That's like an Italian thing. It's like, why is
So-
this dog back?
So I got an Italian vibe from this thing.
Yeah.
When it started at their hacienda, there was moments with the music and the look that was like, oh, this feels kind of like an Italian giallo movie. That was interesting to me. The doll stuff was really fun. This does not compare to a Chucky in any way because
No,
you know,
they're differently.
well,
yeah.
what's
Yeah.
his face voicing Chucky, the character itself is just so much more interesting and fun. Dolly doesn't have much of a character. I think the weakest part of this film is all the B plots it introduces that never go anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
The doll factory, it being run down and terrible, and they putting all their
It's
like
just like
life
a
into this thing.
Fucking shed.
Yeah.
Yeah, at first I thought like his
What did
company
he
had
pay
sent
for
him
that?
down here.
Yes.
But then
Yeah,
I
to get
thought
rid-
he had
to
been,
get
like,
rid of them, right?
transferred or
Yeah.
Get rid of
or
them.
They sold everything to
We
buy a
s-
shack in South
We
America.
spent our life savings on this fake company that doesn't actually exist.
So we can
Amazing.
build dolls. What?
Yeah.
They did get a nice house out of it, though.
Yeah.
So I guess we
Yeah, the
looked
house
to
was
preference.
beautiful.
They bought this factory next to ancient ruins, right?
Well,
Right.
but there's like an element to that I thought could have been interesting with, because the setting is like the most interesting part of this film.
Yeah.
Because you have white American people coming to this small kind of shanty-esque
Stupid
Mexican
gringos.
town. Yeah, but like, are they there to like, when you see the building, you're like, are they there to exploit
Yeah.
these?
Of course
these
they are.
Poor
Yeah, dude, cheap
Mexican
labor.
people. They
That's
live in like a
why-
mansion and stuff. So I was
Yeah.
like, oh, the whole thing is going to be this ancient creature revenge on these white people because they have no respect for the land or the people.
And also with Rip Torn's character, because he's coming in to take artifacts and stuff
Yeah.
from this
But isn't Rip
civilization.
Torn Mexican
Right.
in this?
I think he's from your local university or something, right?
Let's
Oh,
let's
is
just
he?
listen to him talk.
No, I
for a
thought he
second.
flew in.
My dad owns a factory there.
Son, the sign up there says no passe. That means this entire area is off limits, so please take a hike.
Yeah, he's
No
supposed.
bussing.
He's trying.
This
He's
entire
trying.
area is-
He
I'm
said he
an
had to take-
Irish.
he had to
I'm
take
an
a
Irish
plane
Spanish
in.
man.
Solid
Yeah,
effort.
fly there.
Which is weird because he didn't even like change his accent for Beastmaster.
Look, when you're Rip Torn, you don't change it.
I want to talk about my favorite Rip Torn moment is when he randomly shows up at the fucking what is it, the church sanctuary. He's just in the hallway all of a sudden.
Yeah,
like, how did he get there?
Talking to the nun. And...
Yeah, how did he get in there? It made no sense.
He's from the town.
You know what happened? They filmed that, and then I realized the scene before they filled it. I don't know if you noticed it, but when it cuts, he keeps talking over the next scene to fill in the problematic scene of like he just shows up randomly. And he's like,
Really?
"Oh yeah, maybe I'll just like meet you over there." So, yeah, like it's like totally just like added in ad-libbed ADR to make sense of that scene, and it still doesn't make sense, but whatever. It's pretty funny.
So, let's go through the bit of the movie because it opens with them on an airplane. Which
it opens with the archaeologist getting flattened.
Mm-hmm.
And the red thing
and
is
releasing the red mist.
Yeah, with that vaguely claw shape. Yeah.
Which is cool. Like that's the catalyst of the movie. You got your cold open here. Somebody dies, but then by the end of the movie, it kind of makes me ask a lot of questions. I don't want to jump right to the end, but it's like, what was holding back this demon? Spirit or whatever this whole time.
The lid.
The lid.
There was
the lid
door
had
was
like
sealed.
Yeah, the door was blown out
to hold it in or whatever.
Yeah, when he opened that door at the beginning of the movie and you saw that spirit with the red crazy lasers, that was it escaping. All right?
Yeah, he opened the seal.
So it was just the seal.
Yep. Just the seal.
You took the bottle
Classic
off.
story.
Did you not hear the
top
lasers
of the genie bottle off?
going like
let it out.
I heard all that, but it doesn't make any sense for the end of the movie then because apparently
they
could
blew it
just
up,
died.
Chris. They blew it up
that's
real
what
good.
Fire
That's
will.
the best part of the movie. That's the best part of it. How many movies done that way? All of them.
All the best ones.
Yeah. That's
how does Star Wars end?
Blow it up.
They blow it up.
Blow it up.
All else fails, blow it up. But the dad goes down there, sinks all of their fortune, moves his entire family to another country based on paperwork. Like he doesn't go down there before to look at the site or interview people or anything.
Yeah. That's why I thought like his company was sending him down to open up a new factory, and it was just him, based on some random report that he received.
That was completely made up.
Yeah,
they copied it out of the book.
And he's just like,
oh boy.
Dude, when they looked at that place,
that's
like
nice.
I was, what kind of business is going to happen there?
Not much.
They're not very clear about that.
I don't think they had much of a game plan, Chris. We've established he had no real plan.
Yeah.
He just wanted to build dolls away from the
There's
world.
no mass manufacturing systems. It was just like everything was made by hand.
It's just one lady that had been making them that died, and now everything
One lady making these dolls, and then
there's something like
he knew Etsy was coming in like 8 years. He's like, I'm gonna get ahead of the trend.
That's it.
I mean, the dolls weren't even good looking. No, like they were like
what? No. That's offensive.
They're okay. They look like most dolls.
They looked fantastic.
He saw them and was like, everybody in the world is going to want one of these. These are just amazing.
And I think the idea was they're going to modernize all this. So that was like the old dolls. They haven't gone up the production or anything, you know?
Or they're just dolls, though. What they're like American Girl dolls. Those things.
It was 1991.
Made billions of dollars.
That's what dolls did.
I will say, unlike movies nowadays that have a creepy doll, like or killer doll, these look like normal dolls until they turn evil. Movies nowadays, they're like the creepiest fucking thing you ever seen, and they act like they're not. I'm like, you would never bring this fucking doll into your house.
Look at those like Koopy doll things. They're terrifying looking.
Koopy dolls? What's a poopy
Are they
doll?
Koopy?
Koopy.
What's
What the hell?
Can we talk a little bit about the family and the dynamics?
So we have the family. We have
creepy as
Denise Crosby playing Tasha Yar, straight out of Star Trek Next Generation. She's on an airplane off with her son, who, what did you say he looked like, Rebecca?
Young Kevin Bacon.
Baby Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, that's who he looked like.
You got the dad, and then you have the young daughter. And that's the family unit, AJ.
2.5 kids.
Yes.
So what did you want to say about them?
What did you think about, like, I like the thing that they were doing with the daughter, where the daughter was playing up to dad. and like playing down all the craziness all the time. I thought that was fun, and I wish they would have
trying to make
that bigger
mom
point.
seem crazy.
Yeah, I think that was interesting. I just don't think it was like done very
That whole
well.
aspect, like there's a lot of aspects that remind me of The Shining in this movie, just plot wise. Like he takes his family to this kind of isolated place to do for this job, and then he's all concerned about that instead of what's going on with his family and his kid. And the wife is like, hey, there's something fucked up with our daughter, we need to do something. And he's like, I have responsibilities here.
I gotta work.
Yeah.
I
gotta get this factory going.
Yeah, I could see that. And the mom really she didn't have anything to do because they had a maid who and like, staff that was taking care of the house.
Who was
she
the
was really just there with
killer
the
in
daughter,
Selena?
Yeah.
Yes,
Played Yolanda.
Steph
Can't trust her.
What do you think about the giant dollhouse in the backyard?
It was awesome.
It was
It was
cool.
I like that
Creepy.
aspect.
That's pretty cool,
Because it was
right?
a place for the doll to like lead the
Yeah.
kid, where they could be
Yeah.
isolated, and you could hear him talking.
I know, I like that
to the
stuff.
doll.
I like that. And then she like opens the door and nothing's happening. I love that stuff.
Yeah.
That one scene where she walks out back and you could see like the silhouette of somebody walking, but you know it's not the daughter. That was, and you could hear her talking. It was really creepy. It was
That
well
was
done.
cool. I like stuff like that.
No, yeah. I think one of the aspects, I hear you about The Shining. Obviously, Child's Play is in there because there's the whole thing of like no one seeing the doll interacting with the daughter at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But what was the purpose there? What was the motivation for the evil spirit? What was it trying to do to the daughter? It was sort of
It was
possessed.
trying
her
to
at times,
like it was
but-
trying to possess fully. I think.
I think it needed a physical body or
Yeah.
something.
Use
yeah.
her.
Yeah, and there's something about sacrificing the kids at some point, but I don't think we got that far into the
I
story.
don't remember.
Well,
I
it was
don't
a
remember,
spirit that had the because he tells about the legend. Rip Torn does that this tribe wanted to create like the ultimate evil being, so they had they made a kid somehow with the body of a child and the head of a goat, and they made it drink the blood of other children. So it's just this evil being that kills children.
Yes, and I think one of the best lines in the movie comes out of that. I'm not losing my daughter to a goddamn 900-year-old goat head.
Saying that to a nun.
Pretty amazing.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good
Pretty
line,
amazing.
I think so. What plays out for the most part?
I just wanted one "get away from her, you bitch" line in there, though.
Well, that was kind of
At the end.
the son.
Yeah,
The son did. Sorry, Chris. Didn't mean to cut you off.
We showed that earlier. The play with this, you bitch, or whatever it was.
It sounds like that.
Shotgun. It was badass. But the middle portion of the movie is where you start to get the Rip Torn edition, who is a archaeologist. He is going to go to the dig site, which is directly next to the doll factory.
Yeah.
Of course.
And this dig site is very small. The little kid, the little boy, like it goes in one room and then there's just dirt blocking the.
Well, that's the cave-in from the first guy dying. Yeah.
And Rip Torn and his whole B plot of being an archaeologist, I guess he was just there to provide some context to the viewer.
Yeah, he's the
Give
info
exposition.
dumper. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He's just not a believable archaeologist, though.
His
He's a
character
Mexican
was very
archaeologist.
stiff.
Character was very stiff, AJ. I agree. He's a stiff man.
Yeah. What did you
He's
think
dead.
about like the
Is he
child,
dead?
though?
I
Like the
think
child's
he's dead, right?
He's
extreme
especially
interest
stiff,
in
though.
archaeology, right?
Oh, he was an
Well-
early child. They played
Yeah.
that up. You know, he's wearing khakis and
The book he
Always
was reading
reading
at the
books,
beginning.
yeah.
He
And
kept sneaking out
Why
of
do
the house
bad
all the
things
time.
happen to good children?
I
He was
missed that.
interested
I was
in
on
the
plane.
the
Yeah.
Sanzia too, because he read that whole book about them at one
I
point.
mean, that kid was probably the best actor in the movie.
True.
I mean, the daughter had some pretty good moments too.
No, the daughter was fun to watch, but the
She had to
mom,
really
Denise,
sell it.
Denise Crosby, like did nothing to parent her child at all.
No.
She was just like,
He's a
you need to
trophy
stop
wife.
doing the devil's work, honey.
Yeah, yeah.
Knock it off.
And she,
Stop doing those satanic things.
she was critical of the maid because she saw
Yeah.
her praying inside.
I know. It's messed
She
up.
told her to stop practicing her religion in front of her.
Well,
I thought the maid was a good character, too.
Because the possessed daughter kept freaking out when
Yeah.
she saw
Yeah.
it. So that's a reasonable request, I think. I don't think it was anything against Catholicism.
What do you think about how the maid was killed in the basement?
It was awesome.
Her
was
acting
silly
was
as hell.
fantastic.
Well,
It was so random.
but so the maid thing
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
was weird to me because it's set up that first she said she's going to quit. She doesn't think she should stay here
Right.
anymore. So I thought, okay,
Yeah.
well, they're going to kill her off that night, and then they're not going to know because they're going to assume she left. But they kill her off, and immediately that night, the husband finds her dead body.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because she was supposed to be babysitting. The parents
Well, and that's
went
also
out.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
And
they
the
went out to
power was
dinner.
out. He tried to go down to get the breakers back on, and he's like, "Why is this giant electrical cable in this tub
In
of
a
water?"
pool, in the basement pool.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know if I was like a nanny and the youngest child started speaking to me in a dead language, I'd quit.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
was
sticking
on track
around
for
until
that.
you
Well,
find
she-
a replacement or
She
something.
did quit, though, and
Is
that's
that
why
not
I
normal?
was
Help is hard to
feel like-
find.
I feel like that's what normal kids do. I don't know.
And who knows
confused
what it's
'cause
like in Mexico to work in a house like that? You know, like I don't
It's,
know.
it's
It was
probably
really-
a good job.
yeah.
I was confused though because she quit, and she's like, "You're gonna have to find someone else. I'm quitting. I'm going to stay with my sister or whatever." And then the next scene, the parents are leaving for dinner, and I was like, "Oh, are they leaving the kids all by themselves?"
Yeah, I
Maybe
thought they
she's-
were.
Maybe they're waiting until they find a replacement before she leaves. Who knows?
Yeah. I guess that's what happened. But, when then the daughter's like walked around by herself, I'm like, what? She's like 6. Why is she home alone?
The son's got it.
Yeah.
So the deal was they bought the doll house, but it came with a mansion and a car?
No, the doll factory, not
The
the
doll
house.
Well, or sorry, they bought
Well,
the doll
yes.
factory, and it came with the house and a car and all that stuff?
And
I
that's where
guess.
it made more sense for his company to be sending him there
Right.
because they would have set that up and
Right.
because you need a place to live and that kind of thing. But I guess it was the Mexican guy who gives
The
the,
guy
tour
who
at the beginning.
wrote about the company.
Yeah.
So it just feels like at times then there's those B plots that I'm talking about. Like it
Yeah.
just feels like script pages were cut or something.
Mhm.
Elements of the storyline were cut. I don't know. Like at one point, the son, he's hot on archaeology. He wants to go
Yeah.
help Rip Torn. He sneaks out of the house, and it's a 20-minute sequence of him wandering around, getting chased by a dog, graveyard, running over fences. What was the
I didn't
point
think
of
that was
any of
bad though. I mean, it was
Filler. It
entertaining.
It was fine. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Filler.
it stretched it out.
I thought it was weird he didn't take a bike at the very least to get there, but whatever.
I mean, the kid was a little off the entire movie, right? He's just
Yeah.
there's something
That's
not quite
true.
right with that boy, Bob. Like
Yeah.
Bobby.
Really?
Yeah.
I
That
thought
boy
he
ain't
was
right.
good. I liked him.
I liked him a lot, but he was just kind of left to his own devices often, and
I mean, he stepped
just
up.
being a
He
kid
shot
being a
the
kid.
fucking dog.
It was
Yeah,
the
he
early
took care of
90s.
business.
so-
exactly, he was a latchkey kid. Like, go away.
Can we talk about how like I was pretty impressed with the doll work in this. I didn't expect it to be at the level that it was going to be at. Like there's sequences where they're in foreground and a doll runs in the catwalk behind them and stuff. Like there was a lot of like really nice work with
Wasn't
the
that
special effects.
you mean like when they used like a child dressed up as the doll to
Yeah.
run across?
Yeah.
I
Is
thought
that
one
what you're
was actually
talking-
the porcelain leg.
I thought it was the doll.
yeah, because it's
Was
like really
it? I
stiff.
must
It's
have
like
It
missed
looks
that.
like little doll legs going,
I-
and we get the
I just-
excellent Foley work.
Yes, nailing it.
I remember scenes of like dolls moving in the background, and it looked like a little person or a little kid
Yeah.
or something. But
I
Yeah,
thought
I
it was
think they did a
puppets.
variety.
there was a
of,
lot of that though, where there's like multiple dolls in frame and they're moving and doing different things. Like that's, I don't know. There was a lot of like nice work with this.
There's I can't remember. I think it's when she's killing the Mexican guy in the warehouse, and just I don't know. Her face looks drunk because it's like starting to change or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She gets a little bit of a droopy eye.
Yeah.
But yeah, at some point the doll looks like fleshy or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks a
Yeah.
little too saggy as it from what it was. But it was
they should
creepy
have did
too when it
they
looked
should have
like
did a
that.
thing where the doll was like taking energy from the girl and the girl was getting old and raggedy and the doll was like getting
that
a
would've been
spirit or
cool.
something.
There was
Would've
a
been
little
cool.
bit of that because like they put like dark circles around the
Yeah.
kid's eyes, but that could have just been like
That'd have been
'cause
played
she's
out more than
possessed.
cool.
But I did like how that death was in the warehouse because the guy ripped his
The
shirt
heart
off,
attack.
like tweaked his nipples and then died.
I didn't know
His
what
heart
I didn't know
it
what
was
happened.
bursting
Yeah, I didn't-
out of his chest.
I didn't know what was happening there.
Is that what happens when you have a heart attack?
I guess.
I mean,
Why'd he
Aaron,
grab his
is that what
nips?
happens?
I
He like really twisted the thing.
He was like,
He was trying to get his heart started again.
What was going on
You
there?
gotta get a good sinus rhythm going through your
That's
nipples.
the Motley Crue song, right? Twist, start my heart.
So
Yeah.
okay, so you have the maid getting killed in the basement, which was probably one of the more elaborate kill scenes. You have the guy in the warehouse who has the heart attack,
Yeah.
and you have the old man getting killed by the tomb door. But those are the only
That's it.
kills in the
Yeah.
movie.
No, and you
Yeah.
had near death things where like the guy gets trapped in the rope and he's about to get like
Yeah,
I was
think
expecting
that
a lot
almost-
more
I have that.
gore.
yeah.
Let's-
That's
I
fair.
have that-
wasn't
There
a lot
weren't
of
enough
kills.
people in the movie to
Yeah.
have more kills.
let's take a look at that mixer scene.
Pretty amazing.
That
pretty
door
cool.
was so loud.
Yeah.
They needed like 20 people
Freaking
working in the
Foley guy.
factory and just like this massive murder scene.
Yeah, you got your
of all
factory
people
sounds.
killed.
There was opportunities to kill more people that they just didn't.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
like a key important thing of the whole thing is that it's revealed that this thing can possess all of the dolls.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Well, there's multiple spirits or something. Yeah. Yeah.
Do
But
you have a clip of it? The tongue coming out of the doll head.
No,
That was amazing.
Oh, that was
that?
great.
that was out of nowhere. I do have a clip of the doll talking. What did you guys think of the character of the doll?
The voice sucked.
The voice was
I did
so
Yeah, it
not,
was not
like
good.
the. It should have been like an actual little doll voice. Like, you want to play? Like
Yeah, something.
something little.
I thought it'd be
girly.
better with like
Yeah.
Anne Ramsey. Like, go these. Like, to me, that juxtaposition.
Just have Rip Torn do the voice of the doll.
There you go. That's what should happen.
That's your missed
I'm
opportunity.
a drunken asshole.
Let's hear the doll speak. Here we go.
Oh, goody. We're going for a ride.
Get out of my way.
Jessica, let's play with Mommy.
Just kick the fucking thing. Just
Yeah.
kick it.
Anne Ramsey there,
Let's
too.
kick it.
Let's play with Mommy.
Yeah, it's not like it's much of a threat because it's like made of porcelain or something, right?
And it's tall.
And it what?
What?
And it's like 2 feet tall.
It's 2
Just
feet
kick
tall.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Step on it.
That's
So-
true. You could have had some kicking scenes.
There's no
Punt,
kicking
like they
scenes.
punt it through a
Pick
socket.
it up
doll
and throw it
across
against
the-
the wall.
The thing that was confusing too, because like the third act takes place in the warehouse, and we have seen at one point that there's like many of these dolls running around in there,
Mm-hmm.
but the main characters kind of like freely run around the warehouse for a bit with little to no threat.
Yeah.
They do end up throwing dynamite in a sequence, and then you see the dolls putting out the dynamite. Which
That was
is
pretty funny.
That was
pretty
funny.
fun.
That was
Because
funny.
it had multiple ways of putting out the dynamite. Like it poured water on it,
Yeah.
it snipped the fuse.
That was funny.
And then eventually they blow up the entire place. And
Which
much
was
for their
fine, but
investment.
how's that going to destroy the curse?
that's
Because it does.
Well, the kid
Well-
actually, there was a scene they didn't really show quickly where the kid blew up the temple for a split second.
Oh,
which
did
didn't
he?
really. Yeah, where he runs out, he grabs the dynamite at the end. He's like, "I'll be back, Mom." And then there's a quick scene of him running and jumping out of like the temple area because I had the feeling he blew up the temple.
So maybe he blows up the body of.
Yeah,
the
that was their way of like
Yeah,
filling in the
there we
plot
go.
hole, I guess.
Yeah.
because it was very quick.
I have the end sequence. I thought for sure at the end it was going
It was
to
gonna walk
play
out.
like Terminator,
On
know,
fire.
Terminator coming out of the flames.
I
This
thought
guy's
so
over
too.
here.
Yes, that's what
Park.
we
I
wanted.
wonder if what, the cop to come get me while I'm I'm just podcasting. It's not a crime.
Step out of the car, please.
All right, here's the end sequence. Let's show you.
Comply.
That's pretty good.
But it just immediately cuts to credits.
I know. I was hoping for a
Meanwhile-
melting face doll or
I
something.
wanted to see the little like laser
Yeah.
demons like
Oh,
fly
no,
away.
you
or
need the
something.
doll to walk out of that door.
On fire, melted.
Exactly.
Credits. Yeah. No, completely unharmed. Yeah.
Yeah, and then say something like,
No, it's a Terminator. It's all metal.
Body, the little baby body with the goat head comes.
Sweet.
cool too.
That would have been sweet. The goat, man.
I was happy to see when he opened that tomb, there was actually like a dead baby body with a goat head. I was like, oh, they actually went for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the whole time he didn't believe it was going to be there, and then he was like, oh, "It's all real." Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. This is pretty fun to me. The production quality was decent. It was just a little.
Yeah.
I think it was just a little. I could use like 2 more kills. I think.
Well, it felt really low budget, and like they had a couple of scenes. You know, like I feel like all the money went into the dolls. Honestly.
Well, as it should. It's a doll movie.
And Rip Torn probably for his 3 days on set or whatever it was.
Playing the Mexican Irish man.
Tres
He is.
Diaz. Diaz.
Yeah. I know. I thought it was a lot of fun.
The Mexican Irishman.
Did you guys watch Dolly Dearest too?
Absolutely.
It's a short, I think.
Oh, it's short.
Is there actually a...
Yeah, there is. I think it's like a short though.
Oh. I don't know if I need more of this.
What about more doll movies in general?
Yeah, no, not really.
Yeah, I'd watch Demonic Toys.
There's a list
You
here,
should
top
watch that.
10 doll
Demonic Toys
horror
was
movies.
we
to
watched
watch.
that. We covered that before.
Didn't we watch Demonic Toys versus
Dollman?
Yeah, Dollman.
Which is half of Demonic Toys mushed together with some Dollman stuff.
But we need to watch Demonic Toys, and then we need to watch all the Puppet Master movies and all the Demonic Toy movies.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
And then all the subspecies movies.
This is cool. They said they actually filmed this in Mexico City. That's pretty cool.
Wasn't there a doll movie called like Brahms? It was like
that
came out recently.
Yeah,
like in the last 10 years or something.
Brahms.
Like
it was
that.
like it was like the with Laura Cohen or whatever from Walking Dead.
Something like that. I
it was like
pictured the poster in my head, or it was like a ventriloquist doll or something.
Yeah, what was that called?
The
Brahms,
Boy?
I think.
No, I don't think it was called
Or
the Boy. That was called the Boy.
The Boy. That's what it
Brahms,
was.
The Boy too.
The Boy.
That's what it was.
The Boys. Yeah, we should watch. I wish there was like a Tubi ripoff of Brahms of The Boy. That would be badass. There probably is actually. I don't
There
know.
probably is several.
Sean, find us one of those. All right. Well, anything else then, guys?
I don't think so. This one's a pretty well-known cult classic horror movie, though.
Yeah.
Really?
I've never heard of it.
I've heard a lot of people talk about it.
That's
like in
interesting.
VHS groups and stuff like that.
Well done.
Sean put his.
It's not a
best
cheap tape to buy, that's for sure.
Oh, you were looking?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Do you own it?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. AJ, would you recommend Dolly Dearest?
I think so. I mean, this was 1991. It was fun. It's definitely a B movie, but it had a lot of like these tropey like horror things that I like in my 90s horror movies. It felt very 1990s. You know, it is very low budget, but I had a fun time watching it. I was never bored through this movie. I was entertained. So yeah, I'd recommend it.
Aaron.
Yeah, same. This is some semi-typical 90s horror movie done reasonably well. I didn't love it, but it was pretty entertaining.
Rebecca.
Yeah, I'm going to recommend it too. I mean, it's nothing spectacular. There's nothing groundbreaking in it, but it does enough to keep your attention.
Lindsay.
Yeah, I'd recommend it. I mean, it's terrible, but it's fun.
Speaking of terrible and fun, Spiv.
I didn't think it was terrible. I thought it was just fun and a nice bad movie that we haven't watched a lot of recently. So
There you go.
I had a great time.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was fun. I would recommend it. 6.5 out of 10. 7 out of 10. That's right.
Yeah, I think 7 out of 10 is a good rating.
Yeah. All right.
You liked it that much?
Yeah.
7 out of 10 within the context of bad night movies.
It's 7 footsteps
I thought it
out
was
of
just
10.
entertaining. I thought it was all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, I only got like 10 minutes before I have to leave, so let's move on. And Sean sent us this, the best of 2024. He wants us to watch it on the show. Do we want to do that real quick? And then I have to skedaddle, and you guys can finish the show without me?
Who's logged in? Because I'm not logged in.
Oh, my fucking God. Sorry. Took the Lord's name in vain. All that shit. AJ, log the shit in so you can end the stream when I'm done.
Let me see if I can do it.
Oh, my God.
Goat-headed bastard.
Last week, editing the episode, you left the show like 4 times. I had to pull all the audio,
kept
try and
kicking
sync
me
it.
out
Really?
'cause
When
I
you
was
were
a
a robot, like, Yeah. All right.
You
Well,
Am I a
well,
robot today?
robot.
I didn't
No,
know
you
about-
haven't roboted at all.
See?
AJ sped up a little bit once.
so this is sick. How are we gonna do this? I might just have to put this in the show because I don't know how we're gonna be able to watch it together.
All right.
Let me see. We can try.
Oh, what?
He put it on YouTube too.
Can you see
There you
this?
Yeah.
Short version.
Oh my god. Is it playing okay for you guys?
Yeah.
Well, we have a
Stuck in my head.
cast and crew here tonight to cover the witchcraft, so I'm very excited about
For
that.
many of us.
This is weird, just like twins of us.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, it was our positivity.
They were trying to help
Didn't last.
Rose defeat Samuel by scissoring.
If you'll recall, Six is the greatest magic.
I don't even know the context of what I just said.
It kind of works, I guess.
Totally worked. So they scissored till they still.
Moral pleasures has its benefits, as they said.
Scissor your way to the top.
Okay. And I didn't make a trailer, so we're gonna wing this. But here we go.
Oh man.
This is great.
Oh, that was a fun movie.
We need you to wear the shortest shorts possible.
Bang, 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 bang.
Let's blow up just the Soviet flag.
That's pretty good.
Pretty much nailed it.
I love
God,
communism.
that was awful.
I uploaded a picture of Willem Dafoe's crazy face, and I said,
Oh.
I want you to make a video.
Oh no, not this. Not the Willem Dafoe boat.
What about the actor's distinctive nose? Surely that can't fit into this transformation. It does.
This fucking video needs to die.
Dafoe's nose becomes the ship's funnels, standing tall and proud
But
above
it
the
never
deck,
does.
billowing out clouds of smoke as the ship powers through the
Fuck
ocean.
that website.
I just want a guy who's like a meathead, like who just kills everyone. That's the bad guy for once. You know what I mean?
That's Bane.
Bennett.
I want Bane. I want Bennett. Yeah.
I was born in the crock pot.
I was born in the crock pot.
Put me on slow for 8 hours.
The master will only
Oh God.
These movies
Fucking
are so
movies.
bad.
Terrible.
Oh my god!
I'm a lawyer man with a huge one.
Oh yeah.
I'm a member like it's the 24th of December.
Chris.
Stay for the witch, but stay for the test. I am doing my mommy like it's not a crime. Whoa, 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 witchcraft. I got the devil on my back.
Cool.
Whoa, 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 witchcraft.
Good old AI
I am a
songs.
fucking lawyer's son.
Backwater and people buy it. That's on them, Aaron.
I
If I sell that ice cream that's been places in my body, that's on them.
I'm not blaming you.
What would we call that new flavor?
What the fuck is the context of this conversation?
But he gets out into the real world, and he eats glass and likes to murder people.
He eats glass and he shows ass.
He does. He does.
And I'm all out of glass.
From virtuosity.
Never enough ass. Oh, we'll just show the clip. I'm going to show the clip. We're going to show it.
Heading straight to the ass, huh?
Oh God.
That is a polyp.
What was that?
I saw like 2 seconds of that, and I don't know what I saw.
Some dangling bits. And then
That was a polyp. I'm concerned about Russell Crowe's butthole.
Needs to get a colonoscopy.
Penis monsters, Chris. You know you
Penis
love
monsters galore.
What?
this. All right, we gotta reuse that clip too.
No, I don't even. I'm not
You
even.
little bitch.
He's doing his mommy.
He's doing his mommy, you little bitch, and all that. What the frick?
Uh-oh.
Oh, that is an
Hello,
amazing
guys.
visual. Oh my god.
Bag of
Oh my
I have to
god.
see this.
Aaron had to go to the bathroom to remove some indeterminate brown goo from his face. So I thought I'd let you know my opinions on this film.
Dylan or Dylan G maybe.
Dylan?
Your name is now Dylan. Chris is taking your money. He's gonna spend it on snacks and beer. You can talk on the Patreon.
God,
but
Spin, you're
you
terrible
have
at improv.
to tell us your fears. Oh yeah.
Wow. Adjacent to the non-pre-show that we're currently having, adjacent to the banter section. The scheduling for the podcast has been quite a mess recently. Yeah, that Nutcracker thing is fucking the end of the thing.
Well, then what's next?
Answered the survey,
Soccer,
and we
gymnastics.
didn't know the answers.
Oh, did we? I didn't even. I didn't answer the survey.
Yeah, we didn't go with it at all.
The survey was about me, and I didn't even.
I took so
It
much
was
time saying
just
that
to
up.
check off boxes.
That is the most bad movie night thing to happen.
See what works for everyone and do none of that.
That was great. Thank you, Sean.
That was awesome, Sean.
That was fun, man.
That was great.
All right, AJ, you're back.
I'm back. I'm in.
All right, you're
Okay.
in.
Are you
so
in control?
I am.
I need to head out to go pick up my daughter. AJ, you're in control. You know what to do. On to the game time, guys.
On to game time.
All right.
Goodbye,
Chris.
All right.
good night,
Goodbye.
Don't get pulled over.
All right, we're going to transition to game time.
All right.
Game time, baby.
Your theories are the worst kind. Try your methods are sloppy and your conclusions are highly questionable. Shall we play?
All right. Let's talk about some dolls. So, starting off, in what year was Barbie introduced?
57.
1956.
54.
I don't know. I mean, Barbie's been around for a long time.
Pick a year, AJ.
All right, yeah, I'm going to say 1941.
She was introduced in 1959.
Damn,
and there
close.
she is, the original. A little bit of a different look to her.
little bit.
A little scandalous for 1959.
A little scandalous, yeah.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, showing a lot of
Yeah.
shoulder there, Barbie.
Yeah.
Wow.
When was doll first used to describe a child's toy? What year?
758.
I feel like mass toy production. Yeah, maybe 1946.
1702. I don't fucking know.
487.
It was 1560.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so
Super close.
doll had been around before, but it wasn't talking about a child's plaything at that time.
That makes sense.
So it didn't
yeah.
start to become a child's toy until 1560.
Huh.
Some Blythe dolls change the color of their what with the pull of a string?
Eyes.
Is it their
Eyes.
hair, their
Eyes.
eyes, their skin, or their shirt?
Their eyes.
In.
I have some Bly dolls, so I know this.
It is their eyes.
Not
They're
creepy
so
at
cool.
all.
The
Yeah.
customization of these things are amazing. What people do to them.
No, they're really cool.
How many dolls are in the largest doll collection?
Oh my god.
Well, I've been to the doll outlet in Lancaster County on Route 30, so there's got to be a couple thousand there minimally.
You mean like a person's collection?
A personal
or-
collection.
Okay.
One person.
Not like a series of. Yeah,
Right.
okay.
23,000
dolls.
5,000 dolls.
I'm going to say 9,182.
And is it owned by Elon Musk?
It's 18,500, and they're all Barbies.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
too
And
much.
there she is.
All Barbies?
How many
Yep.
duplicates does she have?
There have
There
to
was
be
a lot of
ton.
different Barbies.
And she's in Germany, so I don't know if there's like
Wow.
different ones internationally. Like,
Das
you know,
Barbie.
Russia has different ones than Japan, or I don't know, but she's got probably all of them. and then some. What's the price of the most expensive doll in the world?
$2 million?
Yeah. Like collector item or like retail?
$20,000.
A collector item.
Oh. Yeah. 6 million.
395,000.
It is 6,250,000.
What is that?
The fuck
And it
is that
played
thing?
A clockwork thing.
like a song.
Wow.
Yeah, and
Nightingale?
had all these movements
that
and
a
stuff.
doll?
That's so
Although-
crazy.
Is
It's-
that more of like a
They consider it a doll, I guess, because of
automaton
the,
or whatever they used to call them?
I think because of like the facial
Yeah.
features and stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah. What year was the first talking doll introduced?
Thomas Edison did it, didn't he? 19 whatever that would be. I don't know.
A year.
Oh boy.
Thomas Edison?
1907.
Yeah, I bet it's something like that.
I'm going to say 1894.
Oh, it was 1959.
Oh,
Same as the
really?
Barbie.
Chatty
It is
Cathy.
Chatty Cathy.
Oh boy.
That's interesting. I always thought like there would be like a
I thought
kind
there
of
was
like
one with a
a
record
toy doll
inside.
box, you know, like a wind up mechanism.
Yeah.
One Barbie is sold in the world every how many seconds?
Oh,
Yuck.
0.5 of a second.
Every
Seven.
1 sec. 7 days. Every 1 second.
Still muted. 7, I said.
It's one every 3 seconds.
Jesus.
Is flying off the shelf.
It's a lot of microplastics,
And
AJ.
it's all to that lady in Germany.
Speaking of microplastics,
They just have a chute from the factory into her apartment or something.
I was just reading this
Got
science
another
article
one?
about testing rain and microplastics are in all our rain.
Of course they are.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, they're so small.
Is
and
there
our
any
balls.
place they're not?
Yeah, pretty much. Nice, thank you. That was a fun game. I feel like I learned some
every
stuff.
3 seconds. How many microplastics are in an inch of rain?
All right. What do we want to
All
switch
of them.
over to emails and see what we
Should
got?
probably do listener feedback, AJ.
Yeah, let's do it.
Feedback, sir.
Make it so, number one.
Emails. You tiny little emails. You precious little emails. Where are you?
Last week we checked out Hostile Takeover with Michael Ironside. Michael Ironside. Mike D, I like Ironside, but my God, this movie was boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Very-
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was.
We did get the sweet gymnast scene, though. Did you
It
watch
was
that
something.
movie, Lindsay?
No. Which movie is
Wow.
It's called A Hostile Takeover.
Yeah.
it? I
Michael Ironside.
need to watch it.
No.
No,
I
you
didn't.
don't. You
Was
really
it that
don't.
bad? Was it
No,
that
no,
bad?
don't listen to him
It
once you
was-
watch
It
it.
wasn't bad. It was boring as hell.
boring.
But the concept, and once Chris did some research, it was actually
Yeah.
kind of, there's some cool stuff to it, but it was just really boring.
And we did get a old lady vaulting out the window down a flagpole.
I mean,
So.
that's
Nice.
priceless.
Yeah.
I think the
Yeah.
biggest issue was it was supposed to be a Thanksgiving movie. It had nothing to do with
There-
Thanksgiving.
They didn't mention Thanksgiving one time,
But it takes place on Canadian Thanksgiving. What the fuck?
but not because Canadian Thanksgiving's on a Monday and it was on a
Right.
Saturday.
It's minor details. Minor
You know.
details.
Yeah.
Details. Taylor Ann, welcome back to the Patreon, Taylor Ann. Moral of the story, keep the corporate stress at work, as they say in sociology or psychology. I don't remember. Okay. And finally, Dava Black. Mom, can we watch Falling Down? Timmy, we have Falling Down at home.
Hostile boredom. Yes.
Another Temu classic. Dava's alternate title is Hostile Sleepover.
Oh, that's good.
They do have a sleepover at the
Wait,
office.
well, that was my alternate title. You fucker. You stole my alternate title, Dava.
Is that it?
That does it for our listener feedback, guys. I was waiting for. I think Aaron and AJ need to get a cough now to join the rest of us.
Yes.
Gotta take him smoking.
Oh, smoking. Well, thanks for doing our listener feedback there. If you would like to leave some listener feedback,
you got to do it. Leave a comment on our YouTubes. Like,
You can make
subscribe.
Spiv say
Patreon.
anything.
Mm-hmm.
I can do it.
I mean, maybe unless your name's Dylan G.
Delang.
Delang. I called him Delang the next week too, and then he stopped posting. So I don't know.
Where are you, Delang?
Come
Come
on,
back.
That's like who was the other one I mispronounced? I forget.
Rand DMC.
Rand Mc113. That was good. Anywho's, AJ's right though. Yeah, leave a comment. I will say it.
He will.
So there we go. What's next week, guys?
That's a good question. I think we were talking about this. I think we were talking about the
Christmas.
killer Christmas tree, right?
Yeah.
Is that right?
So.
Yeah.
Let's go with that.
Which is on Tubi.
Yeah, it's called the Killing
what
Tree.
now?
The Killing
The
Tree.
Killing Tree.
Here, I'll play the trailer. I think this will be a fun time. We were looking at it. It looks very entertaining.
Oh, God.
High value here, folks.
Uncorked.
My dear, we cannot rest until our work is complete. That one will pay for what she did to you.
Uh-oh.
Because this is your Christmas party, how about we get you a drink? And then the real party can start.
Tonight, I bring you back.
Nothing can stop me.
What the fuck?
This looks fun.
Yes.
Just stop it there. Stop it there. Don't give away too much.
What? Hell?
Unhinged Christmas tree killing movie.
Was
There
he
you
a
go,
tree or
folks.
just a wreath?
Is that just gonna happen like right at the end of the movie?
Probably. Yeah.
I'm really hopeful there's a guy in a costume running around for
I
most
hope
of it.
so. Like just
Yeah, it looks like
with a
CG.
stick.
Just pine needles stuck to his
Yes.
face.
Yeah.
It looks pretty fun. So that's what we're watching. They're bringing the holiday spirit this December. Yeah. Killing Tree. Find it on Tubi. And yeah. Is everyone getting in the Christmas spirit? Are we happy that we are rolling into December here?
Not ready.
It's too quick, man. Too quick.
Too quick. Do you have your trees up?
I haven't put a tree up in years.
Oh, we found our Scrooge.
There
I'm
you
not
go.
a Scrooge. I just
There you
I don't want my dogs messing up and getting ornaments everywhere. They'd fuck it up if I put up a tree. So
We got ours on Sunday. It's currently sitting in the family room in the tree stand with no
Okay.
decorations on it.
Nice.
We'll probably
Jacob's
try
birthday
Smells
is the
nice.
9th, so we always
Yeah.
wait until after his birthday.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's
cool.
good.
Yeah.
The Night Shitter is another Christmas movie.
bitter.
All right, folks. Thank you for joining us. Join the Patreon. It's only a couple dollars a month, and there's
And
some
Chris
really
is
cool
actually
stuff,
looking
man.
at the list now. So
Yeah, and he's
He
looking
added
at
some
so you
links.
can
Letting
sign up
people
for the
in.
holidays. You
God
can watch
damn
some
it.
bad movies with us. Hang out on the Slack. Check out our other new podcast we have called Garbage Day, which we're now behind on because of Mark, but that's okay. We'll catch back up. And there should be a new episode. Spider Babe's coming out.
We're going to
soon.
start a new podcast
Spider
because
Babe.
the other podcast sucks.
We got a
we
Bad
brought
Movie
him
Night
down.
video
No one showed up for that
episode
one
about
either.
to drop, folks.
Sorry,
Spider
AJ.
Babe's going to drop soon, so look forward to that.
Babe.
Spider Babe.
Otherwise,
Spider
have a
Babe.
nice December, and we'll see you here next
Spider
week.
Babe does.
Until next time, everybody.
Guys.
See you next week.
Thanks for listening to the Bad Movie Night Podcast.